It's going to be December and July. I have a big voice. December was written by J.J. Jew, who you saw having that brilliant death earlier. And we have back Nicole O'Hara, Paul Date, and Valentina Guerra. Enjoy.
December, a short teleplay by J.J. Jew, based on a lucid dream. A podcast studio in LA, Koreatown. Jess, 25, podcaster, reflects a moment before speaking into a microphone.
Live from Koreatown, this is Blurring the Truth, unresolved stories that shape our reality. I'm your host, Jess, Angelino and born-again shaman. Tonight, we're not here to cast out or detox, but to reflect and give back. Tonight is a night about remembrance to those left behind, unsheltered, broken. Tonight, you're listening to the 25th anniversary of Science Friday, Christmas Eve, 1999 edition, as we remember the Y2K hysteria. As you may recall, the hysteria was caused by the fear that computers would not interpret the double zero correctly, therefore causing a major glitch in the system, resulting in an economic and societal crash. The hysteria died away, but the glitch remained intact. The tale you're about to hear comes from a child's lucid dream about how she came to be. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heart beat. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
We hear Mel Torme's The Christmas Song. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Take the red pill back in time when the Matrix owned Hollywood, women's U.S. soccer dominated, Clinton acquitted, Columbine High School, and unreported religious sightings. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
Fade out on Jess.
Childhood dreams, playful hearts, hope and discovery. Find your spot, spread your wings, find your peace with me.
Lights on, little girl, 6. She lies on her back on a snowy field, flapping her arms and legs, imprinting snow angels.
Time be still. Wish me back to that December night when hope was lost, angels fell, and the Virgin saved the tramp.
Fade out on little girl.
Enter Rupert Park, mid-30s, recovering addict. Another time and place.
I arrived without knowing how I got here. Everything was a blur. It was twilight. I was alone, secluded in some hilltop near Highway 5. The freeway traffic was below was deafening. I then found myself nestled near an old tree. Again, a blur. How did I get here? I bent down on the moist ground, felt the muddy sand stuck to my knees. I laughed at the irony. Was I about to pray? Impossible. My mind was racing.
Rupert pulls out a gun. Fog consumes his body. He's no longer visible. We hear a revolver cock. Tension mounts. Then a faint woman's cry.
Help!
Her voice is soon drowned out by the sound of an approaching car. We hear a heavy vehicle speeding toward us. Suddenly, a breeze clears a patch of fog, unveiling Rupert's body. We hear a vehicle swerve, and then a single gunfire, a heavy thud. The vehicle flees. The fog settles. Inside the mist, Rupert lies on the ground, cradled in the fetal position. Smoke seeps from the gun barrel next to the body. A thin trail of smoke protrudes from the ground. As smoke evaporates, we see a hole the size of a dime with a shiny object wedged inside the ground like trapped light. The shiny object is the bullet cartridge case that was fired from the gun. Rupert regains consciousness, unscathed.
Help!
Reluctantly, he pries himself up and looks towards her direction.
Somebody!
How dare she? I didn't want any part of this.
Fighting his nerves, he grabs the gun and presses it to his head. He cocks the trigger, furiously searching for strength.
At that moment, I saw visions of my pregnant wife. Her slow, pulsating breath, my blood-stained hand on her swollen, punctured stomach. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move my legs.
Rupert forcefully points his gun upward. We hear repeated firing and empty cartridges scattering onto the ground. He drops the pistol and surrenders to his emotions. He runs to the crying victim that leads him to a freeway overpass bridge. Lights on woman. This is Maria, mid-30s. Lies helpless on the walkway. There's a wheelchair beside her, knocked over on its side.
She was sprawled on the cold pavement with a wheelchair on its side. She looked like a sick patient.
Spanning Highway 5, the bridge is about 30 yards below from the foggy hill.
Please.
Rupert rushes over and reaches for her wheelchair.
No, just lift me up.
He pulls her up as she supports herself against the walkway wall.
Hold me here.
He holds her up against the wall. The ledge of the wall is just below her shoulders. She turns her head towards the freeway and looks out with anticipation.
Boost me up.
What?
Up and over.
I quickly peered over the walkway ledge, a 40-foot drop to ongoing traffic. Are you crazy?
Says the man who tried to shoot himself.
Screw you.
Have you lost anyone and lived your life like a ghost?
Fuck this, I'm done.
Quitter.
She presses herself over the ledge. He quickly intercepts.
Oh, make up your mind.
She resists as he tugs her down from the ledge.
What do you want from me?
Rape! Rape!
He frantically drops her by his feet and she drags herself to the wheelchair.
You win.
She pulls herself upright, but the wheelchair slips away when she applies pressure on it. She hits the ground. She crawls toward it, determination etched on her face. She reaches the chair and fidgets with the broken locks, frustration evident in her movements. Meanwhile, he's staring down at her in disbelief, his eyes wide with confusion and concern.
I know about loss too.
My son was murdered by religious fanatics, and I just watched. Can you top that?
He walks away heavy-footed, feeling a sense of doom.
I was done feeling. Let this train wreck run its course.
She topples the wheelchair on its side, elevates herself to reach the ledge, falls down. Her attempts are futile. Rupert steps in. His posture changes. He lifts her up.
Okay.
He gently lays her on top of the ledge.
I chose you over everyone else. You'll get a second chance.
She smiles. He looks away.
Hope your next life is kinder. Merry Christmas.
He walks away.
Happy beginnings.
She turns towards the freeway and rolls herself off the ledge.
No!
Cars honk loudly below. He races over and peers over the ledge. In shock,
I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. There in front of me was a baby. A baby. An infant nestled in a blanket inside a wicker basket that was somehow anchored to the ridges of the wall of the freeway overpass. I kid you not, no more blur. I remember this part vividly.
Rupert swiftly latches onto the wicker basket and holds on tight. Below, just a few passing cars.
But she was nowhere in sight.
He gently pulls the basket over and safely sets it on the walkway and checks on the baby, who is sound asleep. He looks over the ledge in total confusion.
You still there? Is this your baby? Hey!
No response. Utterly confused, he drops to the ground, battered and defeated. He glares up at the sky, fuming with disgust.
You are a sick god. You killed my family and now you throw this in my face.
Baby cries. staggers to the basket, dragging his heavy legs, and kneels by its side. Baby weeps louder.
The baby was beautiful. Surreal, but beautiful. I then felt a strange sensation consuming me as I was awakening from a long, dead sleep. My legs felt heavy, numb.
He sees the wheelchair left by the stranger. It looks familiar to him. He notices a tag on the back side. He reaches over for it. Flashback. Rainstorm, car screeching, and crashing.
The tag on the wheelchair had a name embroiled on it. Rupert Park. This was mine. It all rushed back. I remembered the accident that left me hollow.
He breaks down crying. The baby hears him and silences herself.
It's okay, little one. We both need it.
They both cry together.
I looked up, saw the treetops, the sky. Majestic, peaceful. Then snow began to fall in Los Angeles. A miracle.
Fade out. Lights fade in on little girl from earlier.
Look, Daddy, an angel.
Jessie, 6, lying on her back, flapping her arms and legs. Somewhere near Mammoth Mountains, gorgeous sunny day, Rupert is watching Jessie imprinting angels in the snow. Rupert sweeps her up from his wheelchair and lifts her high as he can.
Now, you're the angel, Jessie. I carried my daughter with me on our journey home.
Jessie rides on her daddy's lap as they joyfully take the snow-paved road home.
When I think of miracles, I think of hopes and dreams.
The wheelchair tracks lead to their home. Nearby, we notice a clean set of footprints leading up a snow path. We follow the footprint tracks to a local charity center. By the entrance, there's a bronze statue of the Madonna holding her infant.
But most of all, I think of Mom.
Lights on the statue, Madonna. Her eyes defrosted as snow melts down like tears. We are back to present day at Jess's podcast.
By being aware of how these narratives are constructed and how they influence our actions, we can strive to create stories that are both empowering and truthful. Thank you for listening to this special edition of Blurring the Truth, where the Y2K virus died upon arrival like Scorsese's film Bringing Out the Dead. The real bug wasn't technological, but more connected to human conditions that infect us. The human glitch we know as grief and trauma is intact in all of us. We can't escape or ignore it, but work to create our own narrative within it. This show, among many things, is a bedtime story for those that lost their way and lost their ability to dream. To my saintly Mother Maria, who is no longer a ghost in society, but someone who is present in all of us. Not an apparition, but an inspiration. Mother, I feel you under my feet. Mother, I feel your heartbeat. Hey, ya.